Here at the BCI lab in London, Ohio, every minute counts in the race to catch a rapist.
When you're dealing with a rapist who will rape again and again and again, the faster you can get him off the street, the better.
Rape kits are sent here.
Every case is important.
From victims across the state. The DNA is analyzed, extracted, and checked against every known criminal.
It's a matter of hours for each portion that needs to take place.
But historically, the Bureau had been bogged down by backlogs.
The day I took office, the average time to get evidence back for DNA was 125 days.
Attorney General Mike DeWine oversees the lab.
125 days is almost criminal.
DeWine reduced that 4-month turnaround to little more than 3 weeks, but admits there are many cases that deserve an even quicker response.
It's 30 days on the turnaround. Is that an acceptable time frame?
Everybody wants to have a shorter turnaround time. We make it very clear to these departments, we can do it in 24 hours. You need to tell us about that.
That one-day turnaround can and does happen. In April, a 13-year-old was dragged from a bus stop and raped in a vacant house in North Linden. This BCI lab supervisor watched news reports of that awful incident and made a call.
I made the initial call to one of the detectives there and kind of started that whole process.
On the other end, the supervisor of Columbus Police Department's Sexual Assault Unit, Sergeant David Pelfrey.
The scientist saw the media coverage, knew that she could call me.
The supervisor requested the rape kit from that incident be sent immediately to the BCI lab. It paid off. The lab got a hit in a day. Within 4 hours, this man, 36-year-old Antonio Fillmore, was arrested and charged with that rape.
We can do that within a matter of 24 to 30 hours.
According to BCI, many other rape cases could get the same fast track. To expedite DNA tests, BCI says the case needs to meet 3 criteria. It must be a violent offense where the suspect is not known and there is biological evidence. That's it. Even though many rape cases meet that broad criteria, NBC4 Investigates found police departments across the state are routinely failing to ask to expedite key cases.
Have you had a 24, 26-hour turnaround before this one?
Not that I can think of right offhand.
Sergeant Pelfrey says most rape kits in Columbus are sent to the police property room as evidence, where they and other kits wait to be shipped in a batch to the BCI lab.
They have a regular weekly delivery system set up.
But in critical cases, Pelfrey says, he has speeded things up.
I've personally gone out when the scientist is standing there waiting for me to bring the evidence.
But that has happened only in a limited number of cases. Columbus PD, like many departments, views a call to expedite a case as reserved only for the highest level offenders.
Do we have a serial violent rapist on the loose, and we need information back as quickly as possible?
Remember, the case of the 13-year-old rape victim was expedited only after that BCI lab supervisor made the call.
Would the department here have made that call had BCI not called you?
You know what, I can't speak to that.
You could have a rapist, you could have a murderer, who knows what, out there, and if you'd done the test and got a hit, you could have had him off the street.
Attorney General DeWine says he's working to get the word out that many more cases can and are being cracked in a day. All police departments have to do, DeWine says, is ask to expedite.
Part of this is a cultural change, and for them to understand the new BCI, and the new BCI moves fast.